Hey everybody, have no fear, Josh is here. Another episode of Climbing Fails. I've come to rescue you all from the dreadful dummy-dum disease.
If you forgot your gree-gree at home, if your belayer's not paying attention, if you don't wear a helmet to protect your dome and your rope has failed inspection, if you think that chalk is aid and you take big whippers all day, it's time to watch these scary tales and learn something from Climbing Fails with Joshua Perry.
Help! Help! I'm stuck! So how'd you guys like that little intro? Pretty funny, right? A guy and his wife own a company called Song Glorious, and they're a fan of Climbing Fails. They're climbers too. So they threw me a freebie and made me a little jingle. Really made my day. I'm a real fan of wholesome content. So let's watch some people have some near-fatal accidents, shall we? So we got our helmet on underneath an overhang, but it looks like he's between, let's pause it. What is this? It looks like he's on top of the last piece. He's like wedged himself on top of a piece of gear he placed. So he's like in the system. Is there a movie quote like that? In the system? I don't know. It's like soon it's gonna be System of a Down. Okay, so he missed. Okay, so he got wound up like one of those spin toys where you put the string around and you give it a good yank. So that's what ended up happening there. So you don't you gotta be. This episode we're gonna call Respect Your Rope, something like that. Yeah, respect your rope. So since he's in there in the system and now he's coming down, he gets unwound and spun around really violently. We've seen this in some other Climbing Fails episodes. You don't want to get, wrapped up around the rope like that. But at least he had his helmet on, right? So kudos to that. Okay, looks like we got a sport route here. Let's play it all the way through and then we'll rewind it and see what happened here. Oh boy. Oh, ouchies. Okay, so let's give it the quick rewind. So the main problem and the biggest reason why she fell is we can see here that she's just being short roped. So short roped is when the belayer can't give you enough rope and the rope's too short. And a couple reasons why this could happen is the climber could be, like let's say you're using a gree-gree, the climber could be yanking up on the rope. This will engage the gree-gree. So you're not helping yourself by yanking. You're not helping the belayer. You're not helping yourself by yanking on the rope. There's got to be correct communication between the climber and the belayer, where the belayer should know that the climber's about to make the clip. But if you're talking to each other, you're a team, the climbers say, okay, about to clip. So then the belayer could say, okay, giving out slack, you got it, you got slack. Then the climber could be saying, okay, I'm not gonna, you should know, and you should have this climbing ability where okay, I might slip here, I might fall, so watch me. And then the climber, the belayer may think, okay, I'm gonna have to maybe pull and slack really quickly if they fall here. If you're a new climber, and a lot of you guys, you're commenting me, telling me you want to get into climbing, and you're gonna start sport climbing, not trad climbing, get yourself a clip stick, okay? They had a clip stick here and they clipped the first 2 clips. There's no potential for a ground fall anymore, okay? So if you're climbing for coolness, for kudo points, then don't get a clip stick, but then it's a little more dangerous. So if they had a clip stick here, there'd be no injury, right? And that could throw me down a whole rant about bolts should be placed in. If you're gonna bolt a climb, you may as well bolt it safely, but some areas they actually bolt climbs, so it's more of an adrenaline rush, which makes no sense to me at all. But so as we see here, she's being short roped. She can't pull up the slack, which could either be bad technique on the belayer's end. She's not giving out the correct amount of slack. She's also right there. We saw she's stepping on the line. She's standing right on the line. If you're gonna have your line, move it over to one side of you, so you're not standing on top of it. The first thing you learn when you're climbing, you learn very quickly, you don't step on a rope, okay? Sumimasen, sorry. Oh. Man, I could rant about this one all day long, man. A rope is a connection to a guy's, it protects him. It makes sure that a guy will come back home to his family. By stepping on another man's rope, you are disgracing his family, his children, his wife, everything about the man. You are disgracing him. It's the biggest disgrace to step on a person's rope. When you're out on the crag and you see someone's rope on the floor, I want you to walk around that rope, look at that rope, and walk around it like that thing is holy, okay? You don't step on another man's rope, okay? This guy's stepping on their own rope. Ugh. And then we have an injury. So, I think I said enough about that clip. Ranted enough about that. She can't even get the slack out here even after the person's on the floor. She can't even get the slack out. She's having trouble feeding slack out. Bad belaying technique, okay, I'd have to say. Okay, I don't know why we're watching this one through like security footage. Okay, I couldn't even tell. I can't even see exactly what happened, but I can tell just by the way he fell. The rope was behind his foot, okay? Classic. Make sure you know where your rope is. And don't have it behind your foot. Oh my goodness. This guy is climbing while stepping on his rope. Disgusting. Disgraceful. I'm sure this is going to end well. Look, he can't even pull up the slack. This is like, oh, he just slips right off. He pulls his foot right off. He's wearing his helmet though. Oh no. Stepping on your own rope. Disgraceful. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap this one up. I ranted a little bit too long on that one clip. Oh wow, it was looking so good, but didn't even have a helmet on, and her leg's not behind the rope, but then she has this inflatable flailing arm man leg, where she kind of whips it around the rope. But luckily enough, that doesn't cause her to flip upside down and smack her head. So she turned out all right, but you better put a helmet on. Look at that. Okay, so yeah, she's coming down. She's over to the right of the rope. The last clip is over to the left. So as she's coming down, the rope is under her leg and she doesn't even realize it. So she snatches it. So what you should have had is you should have made sure that rope was over to her left. So what she could have done is she could have if she took her foot and put it on the right side of that rope instead of on the left, then when her foot came straight down, she wouldn't be catching the rope with her leg. Yeah, you got to be hyper aware of these things with the rope. Obviously, I think I say that on every single episode. It's crazy how often it happens. It's like almost on every climbing fails. But that one didn't turn out too bad. Okay, hope you enjoyed today's climbing fails episode. I ranted a little bit too much on that other one. Some of you guys say, I like the ranting. That's how I learn. And some of you guys say, I just want to watch the climbing fails. But, you know, it's half and half. So you guys get the climbing fails. You guys get the talking. Okay, you have to deal with it. Check out my merch store. The Bomber. You guys keep asking for the Bomber t-shirt. Okay, the Bomber t-shirt's back. It's in the merch store. A couple other t-shirts are coming out this week. Keep an eye on the merch store. Josh Perry, climbing out of here. Oh, man, I'm sore.